Russia, spanning 11 time zones, remains a formidable global presence. Its vast natural resources fuel its economy and grant it leverage in international affairs. Russia's scientific and technological prowess, especially in aerospace and nuclear capabilities, endures. Militarily, Russia projects power far beyond its borders. The Kremlin's assertive foreign policy underscores its role as a major geopolitical player. The world watches as the Russian bear continues to exert its influence globally. The potential breakup of Russia holds significant implications for the West, both geopolitically and economically. A fragmented Russia could alter the balance of power, disrupt energy supplies, and impact global markets. Beneath the veneer of strength lie simmering tensions within Russia's vast territory. Economic disparities concentrate wealth in cities, leaving rural regions behind. This breeds resentment and fuels a sense of marginalization. Ethnic and regional identities have resurfaced with renewed vigor. Calls for greater autonomy challenge the Kremlin's control. These forces could threaten the integrity of the Russian Federation. The potential consequences of Russia's fragmentation extend far beyond its borders. The geopolitical landscape, already in a state of flux, would undergo a seismic shift with unpredictable and potentially destabilizing repercussions. The emergence of multiple successor states, each vying for recognition and resources, could create a power vacuum in a region rife with ethnic tensions and historical grievances. The risk of territorial disputes, separatist movements, and even interstate conflicts would escalate dramatically. The global balance of power would be thrown into disarray. The United States and its NATO allies, long wary of Russia's resurgence, would face the daunting task of navigating a complex and volatile security environment. China, with its growing economic and military might, would seek to capitalize on the situation, expanding its influence in a region traditionally within Russia's orbit. The control and security of Russia's vast nuclear arsenal would become a paramount concern. The potential for loose nukes falling into the wrong hands, whether those of rogue states or terrorist organizations, would pose an unprecedented threat to global security. Section 4. A View from the West, Hope and Uncertainty. The West views the possibility of Russia's breakup with a mixture of hope and uncertainty. On the one hand, the demise of a geopolitical rival, particularly one perceived as aggressive and authoritarian, could be seen as an opportunity to advance Western interests and promote democratic values in the region. The prospect of Russia's vast natural resources becoming accessible to Western markets, no longer under the control of a centralized and often unpredictable Kremlin, would be economically enticing. Energy security, a major concern for Europe, could be enhanced by diversifying away from Russian supplies. However, the potential for chaos and instability in a nuclear-armed region also gives Western policymakers pause. The risks associated with a fragmented Russia, particularly the potential for conflict and the spread of weapons of mass destruction, cannot be ignored. The West faces a delicate balancing act, supporting democratic aspirations within Russia while also preparing for the potential consequences of its disintegration. Section 5. Putin's iron grip, a force against fragmentation. Despite the challenges and centrifugal forces at play, Russia's current leadership under President Vladimir Putin remains a powerful force for unity and stability. Putin's regime, often characterized as authoritarian and centralized, has effectively suppressed dissent and consolidated its control over all levers of power. The Kremlin's propaganda machine, working through state-controlled media outlets, promotes a narrative of national unity and portrays any talk of separatism or fragmentation as a threat to the very existence of the Russian state. This message resonates with a significant portion of the population, particularly older generations who still harbor nostalgia for the Soviet era. Putin's popularity, though waning in some quarters, remains relatively high, bolstered by his image as a strong leader who restored Russia's pride and standing on the world stage. His ability to navigate complex geopolitical situations, often outmaneuvering his Western counterparts, has earned him respect and admiration among many Russians. Section 6. echoes of the USSR navigating an uncertain future. The possibility of Russia's breakup remains highly uncertain. The future depends on economic performance, political stability, and the Kremlin's management of internal challenges. The Soviet collapse serves as a cautionary tale of the fragility of empires. A superpower crumbled from within, its republics declaring independence. Russia's fate hangs in the balance, caught between its past and an uncertain future. The coming years will determine if Russia can heal or succumb to the same forces.